All right, so Google co-founder Larry Page invested more than $100 million in two startups, that are working on developing flying cars. Yes. Bloomberg reports Page has invested in these two startups. They're called Kitty Hawk, for where the Wright brothers launched the very first airplane.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is a cool name for. That's very cool.
That's a good name.
And Z Aero. Is that meant to be like French?
It's maybe not a good name.
So both are working on competing flying car design. So what do you know about these two startups? I mean, they're sort of mysterious.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about them at all. I think, I don't want to make any assumptions, but it's stuff like this.
Yeah.
Seems like we get a lot of this sort of like chasing sci-fi.
Right.
And what winds up happening is it's a whole lot of money sort of in R&D and getting it off the ground. But it's more of just like a proof of concept. And that's kind of what has been the case with this, flying car fetish that we just have because of movies like
this, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
which I get. Don't forget, Fifth Element took place in 2555, right. Or like that's really far away.
It's not. It wasn't like it's not like some movies when we were growing up. It's like the year 2000.
Yeah.
Right. No, this is like 500 years from where we are today.
And I'm with you. I want flying cars too, but like, let's think about what kind of complete and total Department of Transportational revamp that would have. Like, just think about it for a second, how practically impossible.
Well, if you remember, like in Fifth Element and in movies like even, I think there were flying cars in, what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he goes to Mars?
Oh, Total Recall.
Total Recall,
yeah.
Right? It's like the ground is like the ghetto, like whole like.
It's like the swamp,
right?
It's like under the dust.
Right.
Yeah, it's like all the groundlings.
But I gotta say, man, like I mean, we always talk about like virtual reality, and that's probably a little bit closer to this, but we grew up watching movies with like incredible flying cars, so we just posted up there the Fifth Element. But going back to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang,
sure.
Right, which is like one of the earliest movies where I saw a car flying. It didn't look like that. It didn't look like the Fifth Element. And then the Jetsons, the cartoon, the
sure.
Jetsons. You had obviously the Flying DeLorean, which you and I have geeked out over many times. And even there are the Jetsons in the flying car, and even like Grease. If you're like a rom-com fan, right? But you're clearly not, Jeff Bakalar.
No, it's just, if you watch the end of that movie, there's no good reason that car should just fly away. It takes off.
Right. Why is that?
They're just like, hey, you and I are going to be together forever. It's awesome.
Yes.
And then the movie enters like some weird, bizarro sci-fi thing
Do we
where
have
the car
that picture
flies
of
away.
Grease, like the car in Grease?
And
like
everyone's just
flying?
like, bye.
Right.
Not Faces of Terror, where it's like, whoa, you've never seen a flying car. This is crazy.
You're so, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah,
the whole
absurd.
movie is like, go Grease lightning, right? And it's like, I get that. I get the idea that high school kids are singing.
A preface to like High School Musical, that whole thing.
Sure. But then you're right. At the end,
what?
The car
flies
away, and Sandy and Danny are like, goodbye, and everybody at the high school is like waving to them.
No one's shocked at all. This is normal. This is a Friday in wherever they're from.
God,
I forget.
awesome.
It's absurd.